Alright, welcome back. We are here with the final mission of the Prophecies campaign. Vizier Kilbron has now shown himself to be the main villain of this entire game and is opened the the door of Kamali, summoned a bunch of titans, and is about to wreak havoc upon the world. Time for us to go stop him. So, as usual, comp has not changed at all. Still have the Mesmer backline, Rit support, Necro support, and I am playing my usual Conjure build here with a Icy Dragon Sword. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Do remember the place where we are starting right now with this fancy symbol on the ground. That'll be very important later. So let's jump on in. This mission is going to be about knowing how the Titans work and understanding how to use polling well. If you can do those two things, this mission's a cakewalk. So the Titans here, when you kill them, they transform or they leave behind smaller minions. Burning Titans turn into Ashen Hulks, and then Ashen Hulks turn into hands and fists of the Titans. The priority kill is kill Sparks first. They are always going to be your number one priority, followed by the, I believe it is the hands. I'm going to double check here. No, it's the fists. Definitely the fists. Then it's the hands. Then it's the Ashen Hulks. And the reason for Burning Titans are above the hands. I forgot to include them. So Sparks of the Titans, you pick them. They're nasty ranged AoE fire elementalists. If you leave too many of them around, they will just shred your entire backline in seconds flat. The Fists of the Titans run 100 Blades, which is a very good AoE sword elite skill. In fact, it was the build I used to run before 7 Weapon Stance came out. So the Lich here, you attack him, and that's going to bring a mob that will come up here to aggro you. So here they come. This is entirely unavoidable. Even if you were to break down there and ignore the Lich, they still will engage you through the aggro. And it is more dangerous, actually, to go over that bridge if you do not know what you're preparing for. So, try to kill these Ashen Hulks one at a time. As soon as you get one... Uh-oh, well, we got 2 of them. At the very least, I'm going to make sure I body block these guys as best I can. If you're a caster, you're going to have to rely on spirits to body block, minions to body block if you can get them out quickly enough. In general, just make sure you're taking care of those fists quickly before they can get into the group and wreak havoc. And also, that meteor that just landed there, that does actually hurt you if on the off chance it does hit. It does happen. I've seen it. It's hilarious, but it can be annoying. So here are the Sparks I mentioned. They are basically supercharged Inferno Imps from Kryta. So taking them down is 100% top priority. Mindburn, Rodgort's Invocation, they've got a nasty set of AoE fire spells. And you want to go this way across the bridge. Don't go in the other direction. You're just going to be fighting so many more enemies. So, right here, this is a group with Burning Titans and 2 Sparks. Sparks are, again, top priority. It's nice to be able to body block the Titans, but it is much more important that these Sparks just die. They will... I have tried to body block the Titans and fight them first. It has wiped my group on several occasions. So I just do not risk it. So there we go. Now that that's handled, we'll take out the Burning Titan, and then we'll flag everyone back across behind the spirits, and we should be good to fight. No, don't come to me. Stay back there. But yeah, the Ashen Hulks are the least threatening because they're basically just a Minion Mancer with a couple of basic Necro Hexes that aren't that dangerous. So I've never really had a problem with them, but I have definitely had the Fists wipe out my backline. Burning Titans will burn everything around them, so Leave them around long enough, they can definitely wipe a group. Hands, not so much, but since they're generally next to the fist anyways, may as well take them out at the same time. Alright, this section right here, this is a trap. So I'm going to flag everyone here and then spring the trap. And I will show you why you do not engage anything here. Just run up and then run away. See if we can see the boss call for it. There we go. As soon as it says something, watch what all these ads do. Or all these mobs patrols do. All of them run into this little area here. It is 1,000,000,000% a trap. Do not fall for it. Just wait here. It'll all go that way. And you can actually sneak around over to this side. And just go around them. And if any of them aggro, your retreat point's back here. And you just watch them carefully. And if you're quick enough, you don't even need to fight any of them. So we're going to have some more sparks up here. Again, sparks, high priority target. Rank S danger. Take them out immediately. They're your first round kills. And there are a total of 3 in this group. So there you go. That's Rodgorts right there. Just annihilated half of my back line. Fortunately, my group was able to recover from it, but if you don't handle them quickly, they'll just send that over and over and over and over again. And then you'll be in trouble. So I'm actually going to flag them back behind the spirits again, because I do not want the fist to come anywhere near them while they were that fragile. I would much rather have them attacking these guys. As long as the fist is attacking near exactly one enemy, it is actually one of the least threatening of these mobs. The other reason you go this direction is this is also the direction you can take the bonus. So this Ancient Seer here, you can keep an eye on it, because if that Burning Titan attacks it, you have to sprint, because the Burning Titan's going to win that fight every single time. See if we can trigger the bonus. Nope, not now. So again, we wait for the Ashen Hulk. There it is. Sometimes you can talk to the Seer and start the bonus early, then you don't have to worry as much about keeping it alive. I probably could have done it the instant I killed the Titan, but whatever. Or the Burning Titan. So he's going to tell you about 3 Armageddon Lords that you're going to have to kill. And that'll be dealt with when we get down here. Alright, so now we have to do some more pulling. So there's this mob out here. There's this mob in the center with a boss. And then there's another 2 out here. I want to get this group first. So I'm going to head to the right here. Use this as kind of my choke point. And then range them down and pull them. So I should be able to body block the warrior right here. That should lock everybody on me. And if you're a caster and you have some spirit support from your heroes, you can summon spirits here to accomplish the same effect. And just like that, literally nothing can get through to us. A lot of these fights, when you get into some of the harder areas in the game, if you can create situations like this, you'll have a much easier time getting through. Slaver's Exile in particular is a place where you can do a lot of corner and wall trapping like that. So play my cards right, I don't think I actually need to even kill that mob, or that one. So, the boss dead, we should be able to just advance directly here. Alright, it's the Lich, don't care about you. Oh, but he did summon those dudes, let's not fall for that. Those dudes were definitely not there before. So again, sparks will be top priority. It's only 3 hulks, we'll be fine. Just make sure we take out the sparks first. that panic down. And then they'll just interrupt each other. I should be able to kill both sparks pretty easily. Alright, now this fist. And there'll be a third one. And as always, if you pull a mob on accident that you didn't mean to pull, make sure you've got your retreat route ready. For me, I'd be retreating right back up this hill where I came from. You just have to always know where it is and be ready to spring it at a moment's notice. So now we'll attack this spark. Is there another one? Okay, 2 more are coming. We will need to deal with them. As long as they're only attacking me, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, we're starting to get in range of them, so they are now top priority. Yeah, the fortunate thing about the sparks is they have very bad defenses, so you can burst them down just as quickly as they can burst you. But as long as you've got a good group with shelter, you should be fine. And an extra thing you can do is pre-casting shelter to help your group out. If I had done that with engaging that one group that wiped out nearly half of my backline's health, that would not have happened. Alright, so there's the Armageddon Lords, at least 2 of them. Third one's going to be over there. Just on the far side of that lava pool. But that's part 1 of this mission done, which is getting all the way down here to this section where we will start the portal area, as I refer to it. We're going to have to clear out some portal wraiths, and this is also where you will be tackling the bonus. This is the hardest part of the mission. If you get through this, usually you're going to beat the whole mission. The 2 hardest sections of this mission are the one trap I mentioned all the way back here that we snuck around, and then this section, because it is very easy to aggro all those dudes all at once if you're not careful. So enemies are going to be constantly coming from these lava pools here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to tackle the bonus here. It doesn't stop the enemies from spawning, but you may as well handle it now. The Armageddon Lords, they're all Ellies. They're all fire elementalists with point-blank AoE skills. So just don't get too close to them. They're not a threat. This bonus is actually really easy in comparison to the main mission. Alright, we've got ourselves an Ashen Hulk. Sure. I couldn't remember if they summoned fists or not. We're just going to clear this out before we go after the final Armageddon Lord. I'm avoiding summoning my Legionnaire, by the way, because I don't want it to accidentally pull something I don't want to fight. Or aggro somewhere that it shouldn't. And there's the bonus. That is all of the bonuses complete. All that is left is doing the mission, and Tyrian Guardian would be complete. So now we're going to start heading down this way. I'm going to pull these enemies one at a time. Also watching that carefully. Alright. Next is clearing this. The main thing you have to watch out for is this large group of patrols that follows the boss enemy. If you're ever overwhelmed, which it looks like might be happening soon here, just be ready to retreat back up the hill. So we're actually going to start clearing some of these hands and fists in the back. Come on, all you goobers, get all the way up here. So we're retreating back because the boss was coming soon. Just always have to keep an eye on that boss. If you see him start heading over, I'd retreat sooner rather than later. Alright, so now these guys have caught up, so we'll go take out Fist. Alright, retreat them back behind their spirits a little bit more. Razah, and Livia. Of course, it's always you two. There we go. Alright. So now we are in a stable location, so I'm gonna... Ooh, there's a spark there, too. Glad I saw that before I engaged him. So I'm gonna lock you three on the spark. Now I'm gonna pull them. Alright, here they come. So even though Maligo over there is a Ashen Hulk, it does not summon fists when it gets killed. Sparks first, then we'll kill the hand, then we'll kill the Burning Titan, and then the other hand that came from behind. Treat my group up a little bit, and go to the other side to body block with. Keep going. Going. There's a fist. Alright. This should still be fine. Next fist. As long as they're all on me, it's not that big of a threat. There we go. Now it's the Titan that left the Ashen Hulk, so you can see there's only going to be one set of hands and fists here. There we go. So that's the boss, and that's the main enemy done. So there's going to be a couple of other bosses we need to deal with, but the biggest threat is past. Portal Wraiths here are basically Smoke Phantoms from Krita, just a little bit stronger because of better attributes. Although in hard mode, I don't think they're that much different. Once you kill all three Portal Wraiths, destroys the portal. That one was Ascalon City. That's Lion's Arch. And then that's the Henge of Denravi. If you were ever curious. Yeah, now, we're just going to make our way through, clear these Wraiths one at a time. Again, just going to be enacting careful pulling here. Make them come to us. I'm keeping an eye on this boss specifically right now. I'm basically thinking through which one is the guy I do not want to fight right now with the rest of the enemies. That could potentially jump in, which right now is that Elementalist. If you need to take the time to observe their patrol patterns, you can do so. So right there, we could potentially be dealing with a Ranger boss and an Ellie boss at the same time. But that'll be less of a problem now that I have this whole point to retreat to. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull him. I don't actually remember what... Oh, he has Mind Burn. Okay. It's like I wasn't actually sure which elite they had. I'm pretty sure Greater Conflagration. Yeah, that one is Greater Conflagration. There we go. That's that boss dealt with. So the next part of this mission is going to automatically progress as soon as we take out the Portal Wraiths. So make sure you pick up everything you want to pick up before you take them down. So now we're going to approach from the east side here. And take out some of the hands up here. I'm just kind of clearing the area around the Portal Wraith, so I have a good amount of areas to retreat to. I'm at less risk of something sneaking over. Alright, at this point, Ranger Boss is in a good spot, so I'm actually going to pull him too while I'm at it. Yeah, so we get into these hard endgame missions. careful pulling is going to be crucial. So Gate of Madness, you're going to see that. Raisu Palace, I guess less so. It's a good example of that in a Cantha mission. There really isn't one. The Cantha missions kind of just send you forward, since a lot of them are timed for your rewards. We'll take out the spirit here, and there's just 5 enemies now. It should be pretty easy to deal with what we've got behind us. So they're both hands, so I'm not going to really worry about them too much. Basically, I would say the Burning Titan might actually be more of a threat than the hands. It's just the hands don't summon extra enemies. But once you're down to just hands and Ashen Hulks, it's not that big of a problem. So there we go. That's done. So now we have a bunch of sparks here, a bunch of fists, and Undead Prince Rurik. He has finally returned, here to have a little chat with us. So I'm going to pull enemies carefully here, starting with these fists on the side. Get them to run in first. So apparently I didn't get all of them. A longbow can just barely, and flatbow, either or, can just barely reach them. See anything good from these last two? Nope. So next up, we're going to deal with the sparks. So we have 2 sparks, 4 fists, and a Rurik to deal with. So I'm going to try to get them to come down this side here so I can wall trap them here. So here we go. Alright, Rurik's going to run the other side. Nuts. But he is running to me, so that works. And again, if you're playing as a caster build, you can just create a spirit wall that just lines up along here that they all just run into. I'm able to get away with this because I am a warrior. And I'll show some of those caster traps, because one thing I haven't mentioned yet is when we move on to factions and Nightfall, I will actually run each of them on a different character. Because I don't want to just be a warrior the whole time. I don't think that's good for teaching for demonstrating different strategies. Because I do that type of body blocking a lot as a warrior. And if you're a caster, that doesn't help you at all. So if you want those kinds of tactics, I will be playing a ritualist for factions and then a support paragon in Nightfall is my current plan. Haven't decided what I'm going to play in Eye of the North yet. But anyways, if this area is not familiar to you yet, this is the fortress where we took down the end of Abaddon's Mouth. This is where Optimus Caliph was and whatever his name was. Karen the Relentless or whatever it was. The Destroyer, maybe. Something like that. Doesn't matter now. Now we progress back to where we started. We are back at the outpost, in fact. As we now are going to be fighting the Undead Lich, the final boss of the mission. So how this works is you have to kill him on the Bloodstone here in the center. This is why I told you to remember the, not the Titans, but the, obviously remember the Titans kill order, but, I told you to remember this symbol because it is actually going to be playing into this final mission here. You've got to make sure he is on this Bloodstone when you kill him. And he will teleport some of your heroes out to Timbuktu. So, flag. He'll also sometimes send himself. So if you use a flag, you can ensure they come to this spot consistently rather than do something stupid that they should not be doing. But yeah, I like to actually flag them out here, so that way the Lich is encouraged to run onto the Bloodstone. Come on. Ugh, minions are ruining it. I'll let them murk my minions. I'm not going to fight them seriously. There we go. Now he's coming over. Which means I can flag them back now. And then he teleports out again, and he'll start making his way back. Master whispers, please hurry. Get your hustle on, bro. But yeah, you can see he's running all the way back to where he should be. And we can pull him to the Bloodstone and get him killed on this spot again. Almost done. Where are you two going? It must have looked to cast a skill right as the undead lich was disappearing. Come on, bro. A little bit further, please. A little bit more. There we go. Got it. Alright. Oop, he teleported me! If you get teleported, don't panic. Just walk back. Your health will survive. Trust me. And there we go. That is game over. With that, that is the completion of Guild Wars 1 Prophecies. So again, if you want to see the cutscenes, do them yourself. And here we are, Drockner's Forge explorable area. Fun fact, this is actually the PvP arena. You can see the starting areas here. That used to be active before they created the Battle Isles. So you can get some cartography done here. It's very nice, but anyways, the more important thing is if you talk to Jalis here, if you haven't completed the mission yet, this is your first completion, you can get, I forget the item, I'll tell me in a second here, the Deldramore Talisman, which you can use to trade for free weapons. All of these are pretty good, honestly. They're not always perfect, but they're generally going to be better than not. It's like, you've got Zealous daggers here. These are crazy good for any dagger spam build. Spears, you've got options here as well. You've got basically each one for a different class. Monks is light, Ritualist is spirits, Nature is ranger, Illusion is mesmer, Elements is elementalist, Steel is warrior, Shadows is assassin, Scythes is dervish, Spears is paragon, and Death is necros. And then after that, you can go ahead and see all the most important contributors to your journey, such as our stalwart friend Oink here. Very important. We literally could not have done this without him. But with that, that is the whole thing done. Like I said, we will also be doing these there are videos for every single campaign, and factions is going to be done on a Ritualist, Nightfall is going to be done on a Paragon. Haven't decided I have the North yet. I'm debating between my Mesmer and my Ranger. Haven't decided yet. But, or maybe I'll do something else. Maybe like my Elementalist or something if I'm feeling spicy. And then, they aren't as optimized as my Warrior, so their heroes aren't necessarily as strong, but I'm still going to be trying to do these all in hard mode anyways. They still show just that these are doable. So, until the next one, have a good rest of your day. As always, hope these have been extremely helpful, and thank you for joining us on this journey through Prophecies.